everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
I was a part of the first group of girls that got hired at V12 when they first opened, right? And it's so funny to see them going viral for all this shit now, because baby, after a couple months of AOA, I politely told them folks, I said, thank you for the opportunity. I'm gone. The amount of pumps of foundation I wasted, like, bro, that shit used to fry me. Restaurant empty. Anytime somebody walk in, it's sparklers, it's this and that. A waste of time, for real. And granted, if you was in VIP, cool. I had no intentions. I didn't want to be a part of VIP. Like, that shit was, I'm straight. I just wanted the regular people with the bread to... Restaurant empty. Like, empty. That shit used to fry me. After a couple of months, I said, sister, we need to wrap this shit up. And that was the last club I ever worked at in Atlanta. That shit crazy. Niggas is going viral. AOA, child. That AOA shit used to fry me.
Real disrespectful. God damn. Okay, there we go. Anyways, this girl goes and makes a video. Again, her name is Zeta. It's like Z-A-I-D-A. I don't know. I'm giving her clout right now, but she obviously wants it because she posted about V12 and she got the clout she was looking for. None of her videos did do any type of numbers. Like, I don't get what she got out of it. But let me tell y'all a story about Zeta. This girl, Zeta, worked for V12 as a main dining room server. She no longer works here. No bad blood. I've seen her around. I think she worked at like the mall hourly or something. Who gives a fuck? Why are you posting a video talking about the business in a negative light? But I get it. I understand. You see, Zeta worked here and she was dating someone that worked here. She lost her to a VIP server. So if I was her, I would have some issue with the VIP and I would be talking about they not making this and that too. Because your left you for one of the servers who still works here, who's still one of the baddest, you know what, in the lineup, who everybody loves, say her glam look good, the whole nine. I'm not lying. So what the fuck you talking about? What you making a video online as if V12 did something to you? V12 ain't do nothing to you, love. I can't control who your nigga decides to date. She looks a lot better than you. Like, I don't like that shit. Don't do that. Don't be making these videos about V12 when V12 ain't did nothing to you. It was an opportunity for employment. If it worked out, if it didn't work out, okay, cool. But let's not sit up here and make it seem like don't do that. So that's it. Damn, y'all jumped up. Y'all went up when I was talking about that. But no, for real, like, she over here making a post as if, like, girl, V12 ain't did nothing to you. Y'all better chill. Like, stop being a hater. Like, we going viral now. You want to chime in for what? You don't work here. You're irrelevant to this. No one thought about you the moment you left. No one ever, like, thought about you or nothing. Not even the nigga he was talking to or the new girl he was with. You are completely irrelevant. 30, 60 days, who knows, or whatever. If it goes well and it makes sense and it's like, okay, everything adds up, everything is cool, I'm going to keep it like that. Because I much rather have people to give people the opportunity to come inside and enjoy the V12 experience versus having to worry to pull up and pay $60. Like, when I pulled up and I just thought about, like, I wouldn't want to pay no $60. I would not come and be a regular at an establishment where the valet was $60. Like, that's just me thinking from a customer standpoint, a guest standpoint of view. And also, too, there's a couple of other things that I've been seeing, like on social media. Y'all been posting y'all receipts. I don't like some of these little miscellaneous charges. I ain't with it. So those will be getting the fuck out of here, too. We're going to 86 those miscellaneous charges. Those, like, just certain things, it don't read well to me. As me looking at it, I pay attention. I'm very much in tune to this shit. And it don't read well to me as a CEO. And so I'm going to make them changes tomorrow. Like I said, the leadership meeting is tomorrow. Y'all definitely need to tune in. Like I said, y'all are going to... I'm pulling a wild card, but that's just what I'm known to do. Like, in order for you to get great rewards, you got to take risks. So I'm taking a risk, in a sense, with the chess move that I'm making. But no matter what, how it lands, I'm still the king. AOA, king. Clap it up for me being king, y'all. King Andy. But nah, like, I'm glad that this was on my mind. I'm glad that y'all tuned in right now. I hope like hell somebody, y'all always want to go clip this and post this and put this on the blogs and say this. Valet free, V12. How about that? How about that? At the club above the gas station. How about that? Now y'all come see me. Y'all love me. Y'all all this stuff. Come show me you love me. Come support a black owned business. Like, come do your big one. Let us celebrate you. Let us entertain you. Let us do what we do. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, across from the varsity, above the BP. The busiest, not just the BP, the busiest BP in the state of Georgia. Just had a meeting with the owner.
So yesterday I had posted clips from me at V12 Lounge, and then I had posted like the entire receipt from my visit or whatever. I went on Saturday night, but I removed it because I saw a lot of charges on there that I didn't realize, and it could partially be my fault. I don't remember, honestly. I don't remember if I was shown exactly what I was paying for. In my mind, I think, could be wrong because I was up. In my mind, I feel like I got the thing. I saw it was $500 something. I just tapped to pay and was done with it. I don't remember actually, because I know they texted me a receipt because it was square. Because when I got in the car, I looked at the receipt to see exactly what I was charged for. But in my defense, like I said, I was messed up. But I did want to talk about my experience at V12 Lounge on Saturday night. So upon arriving, it is at a gas station. It's like in the plaza with a gas station, but hell, it's in the city, so any brick and mortar costs, especially in this economy. And then in Atlanta, that's like a huge landmark. So the location wasn't an issue for me at all. Like, I hang out at gas stations back in the days. That's no tea. Upon pulling up, valet is $60 per person. You must valet unless you can catch an Uber, honestly. We paid that, and then we went upstairs. We were immediately seated. It wasn't crowded at all. It was maybe like 4 other tables there, a group of people, somebody at the bar, and another table, and then us. So it wasn't crowded at all from what I could see, but the vibes were there. So our bartender, well, first our waitress, she was very sweet. She came over, she asked us what we were celebrating. I was like, it's our anniversary or whatever. So we ordered drinks and we ordered appetizers. The appetizers that we ordered were the lobster bites and the hot honey wings. The lobster bites were delicious. The lobster bites were so good, fresh and hot. They were so good, and they had like a spicy sauce with them. They were good. The wings were okay. They were hot honey, but they were cooked to perfection. It was just like, I eat wings so much. Then we ordered drinks. So when we first ordered our drinks, she asked us what we wanted. My husband wanted a strawberry Hennessy margarita, and I wanted a lemon drop, and she asked if I wanted any flavor in it, and I said, give me strawberry. Right? The first time the drinks came, it tastes like juice. They were disgusting. So I got up. Our waitress, she was somewhere else. So I got up and I went to the bar because we were seated near the bar. I got up and I went near the bar. I went to the bar and I told the girl who was behind the bar, not the original bartender. So I had to look at my notepad because I actually was taking notes of their names because the service was so good. So our bartender and our waitress name were Ivy and Jazz. I can't figure out who was Ivy and who was Jazz, but they were our bartender and our waitress. When I went to the bar about the first drink, it wasn't Ivy or Jazz. It was somebody else, and she had like a little nasty attitude. I was like, hey, can we get these remade? And she was like, what's wrong with them? And I was like, it tastes like juice. And she was like, have your server come back over here. So I just walked away because at this point we just got here, and I'm not trying to beat your ass. And I just got here. Like, I just paid my $60. I just want to have a good time. So I just walked away. When the server came back, I told her. The bartender came over. She introduced herself. So it was Ivy and Jazz standing there, and she was like, I got y'all. So from that moment on, we had no issues with our drinks. We was fucked up. We was so fucked up to the point that I don't remember much. And that's an issue for me because I don't understand what happens in restaurants and lounges with the drinks that don't happen at home, because I'm a Tito mommy. Call me Tortita. And for me to be as fucked up as I was, and my husband to be as messed up as he was, like, I wasn't expecting it. Definitely should have Ubered.
Bruh, I don't know. All I know is that I just woke up and we on the side of the car.
Oh, tire blow, bro.
Once we finished our appetizers, we ordered food. He ordered the rasta pasta, and I ordered the lamb chops. All I ate was the lamb chops off of the plate. I didn't eat any of the sides, but the lamb chops were so good and spicy and tender. The rasta pasta, it looked like swamp seaweed. It looked disgusting, and he said it was nasty. He sent it back and got lobster bites instead, another appetizer. The experience was nice. Vinny came over a couple times. I think that's his name. He came over a couple times doing the hyping the club up or whatever. I actually got a video with him, and everybody was nice for the most part, but I didn't make it out of the club without throwing up. I don't know if it was, and I ate that day. Like, it was my anniversary, so I had been eating all day. So it's not like I went to the club and didn't eat and just like ate there and got drunk there. Like, I had actually eaten all day, breakfast, lunch, and this was my dinner, and had a snack in between. But I did not make it out the club. I was in the bathroom throwing up. So by the time it was time to go, I was just ready to go. I got the check and I paid it. And once I got in the car, I was throwing up again. And that was the experience. So we paid $500. Well, the check was $3 something. The automatic gratuity was like $75 almost, and then I tipped on top of that. That's what makes me feel like I didn't see the whole printout, because I would never give somebody $100. I don't give a fuck what service you giving. I would never give you $100 at no fucking lounge, like, unless you shaking your ass on this table, like, bitch, show me something. But I didn't get that. But okay, I don't know. But I removed the video yesterday because I wanted to speak with the restaurant, and I reached out to the manager, because I get it. Like, I get it, especially when your business blowing up on social media. Like, you're gonna have good feedback, you're gonna have bad feedback. So I was trying not to like speak on what I didn't know about, but I also wanted to tell my cousins like the experience, you feel me? But he never responded after calling the business about 10 times and texting, because you can text the number as well. I finally got a hold of someone. Turns out they had still charged me for the rasta pasta, so they had to refund me the $46 for that, because they charged me for that and the lobster bites when it was only supposed to be one. And there's a $2 upcharge on every single drink, because if you add any flavoring in your drink, anything that you add in it, strawberry, margarita, anything, it's $2. So when I asked when I asked the manager on the phone, I said, well, why wasn't I told this? That she was like, because we feel like it's tacky to tell someone it's a $2 upcharge. I said, no, it's tacky to not tell somebody. I could have just drunk goddamn lemon and vodka. But overall, though, it was a nice evening. It was a nice evening. I feel like it's a lot of overcharging. But, hey, you can't tell nobody how to run their business. But at the same time, it was a bit much. I don't understand why I was so sick. Like, I was so sick. I mean, I'm talking about I couldn't do nothing yesterday. Coming home, it was a real bad. The night ended real bad, to the point that I wish that I had just stayed home. Like, so much happened upon leaving there. But that's my experience. Okay, I'm up. I'm really not even internet, so this shit is so funny to me. Like, ain't no way he was on live foaming at the mouth in that big ass hat and that little ass shirt about me. Mind you, he made up an entire story. I'm about to tell y'all. Hold on. But before we get into that, I'll be remiss if I didn't promote my shit. I'm gonna make a floral ode to Vinny's mad ass and explain to y'all how V12 and my experience really went, right? Because genuinely, in the previous video I made, I didn't even say anything like negative, so I'm so confused. All I said was the restaurant was empty. And no shade, the restaurant be empty. Like, it don't be no people in the restaurant. But nonetheless, let me get started and tell y'all the tea. I'm a florist, and at a floral design studio, we have different selections, but it's only right for this one that I use the petite version, because little man syndrome. So I didn't learn about V12 in the classic way. Like, one of my old managers basically put me on. I was like, oh, there's a restaurant opening, yada. And I know the manager or the part owner, Vinny's sister, and I could put you on. So I'm like, bet, like, why not? I'm gonna go get some coin. Went to the interview, it went great. They was like, oh, you're articulate, blah. And I am. I know how to speak. I'm not an idiot like my friend here who was stuttering on live. I was like that. I was genuinely excited to be in a new space, make some new money, meet some new people. I did not know any of the staff going in except for one person. And that one person that I knew, he was my subordinate at a previous role that I had at Alamanier, where I was the assistant manager, which is a luxury boutique store in Atlanta. Not in the mall, no shade to the people that work in the mall. And speaking of the people that work in the mall, like, how dense do you have to be to talk shit about a demographic of people that will most likely support your establishment? Like, that just shows you the clown shit that he be on. I'm gonna call the guy I'm talking about Zoe. And Zoe and me, we're both Trinidadian. So naturally, we kiki and we laughing, like, we making jokes and shit. But this shit was strictly platonic. Like, no shit, the nigga wasn't even my type. Like, and none of them niggas that worked there was my type. So I'm confused. Like, never fucked with none of them. They was weird to me. Like, they blew my shit at work, honestly. And to be honest, if you a male server, you got a type of stilo about you anyway. Baby, I'm cool. So this whole story about the bitch in lineup taking my name, like, are you, like, fabricated? Let's just call a spade a spade. He made that shit up. And also, in my previous video, I did not say nothing about them girls' money. I'm not a pocket watching that bitch. I don't care. But let's get into it. In my short time at V12, the VIP girls, they were in charge of the VIP sections, whatever you call it, the big ass rooms where they would have like private parties and shit like that, right? To my knowledge, and I'm not sure if it's the same, it probably is, because that shit is not lit. Like, let's stop making shit up. Like, nobody goes to V12 hard every weekend to catch a vibe and to drink and to, like, the food is weak, period. So when I was there, the VIP girls used to split the money. For example, if you make $1,500 a night in gratuity, because it wasn't loaded, babe. It wasn't loaded every night. Like, we trying to rewrite history, and that shit is frying me. Them hoes was busting that shit down. $1,500 amongst 7 girls is about $215. Like, sister, y'all was better off going to the mall to get an hourly job. The way it was looking, because you was spending money on your hair, spending on your nails, getting your shit dry clean, tailored, tights, etc. And it wasn't worth it. Like, to me, that's why I left. And besides the fact that, like, we had to stand up every day and be nitpicked by this clown, it was just annoying to me. Like, I'm like, why am I letting this loser ass nigga be on my dick? Like, oh, your shirt not ironed, your makeup, I would never forget, right? A girl came in with no makeup on one day, and obviously the girl was tired, like, because everybody had to work until 3 a.m. Like, the restaurant was quiet, crickets, and he was not cutting nobody. Like, you had to stay to the end of the night and do this fake ass side work. And so normally was waking up the next day tired. They had to work that weak ass brunch that nobody came to with them stale ass waffles. And the poor girl was sleepy. Like, she obviously didn't have the energy to do her makeup. In lineup, of course, what would Vinny do, right? Call you out. Oh, this is not the establishment where you could come in here with a bare face. Mind you, the girl's skin was tea, like, cute girl. And he decided he wanted to berate her because she didn't want to wear makeup. So a bitch like me, what I did, I came the next day to work with no makeup on. And what was said? Nothing. Because he has a little man syndrome where he wants to nitpick on people where he feel like he could get over on. And I really genuinely hope them hoes is making money in that establishment now, because to sit there and let this nobody, for real, with not one business where nobody goes to, but 2, Sovereign Sweets, hello, the North remembers, like, this nigga's lame. Like, what? Come on. So this is the final product for Vinny. I would send it to the restaurant, but no one's gonna see it. So I'm gonna leave it on here. And if you work in the mall, you have a 9-to-5, you work in the industry, you're a server, and you make money, follow Floral Oat on Instagram and get 20% off on your next bouquet. Baby, we done talking about Vinny and that weak ass restaurant. Y'all go see for yourself. Trust me, he needs the customers. So go. And the jokes write themselves about the AOA merch. because what the fuck. But
when it comes to V12 and it comes to AOA, which I love the series, okay? Like, I hope that Vinny never stops. What a lot of people don't understand is Atlanta nightlife is different from other states, okay? Cities. Now, let me tell you why. In Atlanta, you are expected to have clientele. When they hire you, even if you're brand new, and you know nothing about nightlife, they're hiring you with the intention that you're going to be able to build a clientele and bring people in. Okay, example. Let me give you an example. The girl Jarmani. Okay, Jarmani, even though she just got in trouble for the whole live situation with the manager Tyler, right? There's going to be people offline that want to come support her because of the fact that they feel like, no, they must be picking on her. Naomi's going to be a favorite because of the fact of how they're posting her. She might be late every day, but guess what? Social media has decided they like her, so she's going to bring in clientele, okay? I know this because I worked in Atlanta nightlife for years, okay? I made a whole course on this. It's my nightlife course where it literally is telling you how to dress, how to get clientele, all of that, okay? A lot of girls don't understand that when you work in nightlife in Atlanta, you have two jobs. Okay, so you go to work and you have your tables, whatever, but when you're not at work on a Taco Tuesday or on a Sunday, you need to be at Penthouse trying to find some little niggas or friends, people. Like, whenever you go out and you're not at work, you should think, how do I find some type of clientele to bring into my job? Because Atlanta is very big on nightlife. So, example, when I had first moved to Atlanta, I worked at a Longhorn. That didn't last long, but I also worked at a cigar bar, okay? I worked at a cigar bar before I ever got into nightlife. And my day job was at a law firm. Now listen, my day job would be at a law firm, and then on a Saturday, I would have some of my coworkers come in. They would sit at the bar, they would buy drinks from me, etc. Okay, this is when I first learned that I can make money from both of my jobs, making one help with the other. Okay, so therefore, during the week between like 6 to 12, I would be at the cigar bar. Okay, now on a Saturday or a Sunday, I would be in a club, right? And the club hours would be from like 10 to 3 a.m. And so therefore, I would always tell my other coworkers, like, hey, if you're not doing anything Friday or Saturday night, I work at this club, I'm at this club, whatever. Okay, and I learned that with nightlife, you have to make one thing benefit the other when it comes to nightlife. And this is where a lot of girls fail. Okay, the girls who bring in clientele are the ones who are going to get their favorite sections, the VIPs, and their favorite days. They're going to get everything they want, okay? Because not only are you coming with you being a beautiful girl, you're coming with built-in clientele. That's one thing that I've always offered in any club that I work in. I don't just come as a pretty face. I come with marketing because I do social media, and I come with free clientele. It's built in already. It's a whole package. You're going to get somebody who's promoting your club, who's already getting people in here because GD works here, but also anybody that I've met over the past couple of years when they hit me up, it still happens right now. I'm in Miami. I don't work in nightlife at all. But if I was to go get a nightlife right now, there's so many people, even this weekend, it's Memorial Day weekend. People are like, G, where you at? G, where you at? I'm like, I'm not a nightlife no more. Like, what the fuck? Will come out with us. I'm like, I don't really go out no more. But it's because for the past couple of years when I was in Atlanta or in nightlife, I built up a clientele that right now, if I decided to go back to nightlife, I have. It's already there. And a lot of girls who are new don't understand that. A lot of girls are not from Atlanta. They moved to Atlanta to work in nightlife. So they're thinking, oh, the clubs, I'm going to work at this club because this club is lit. That club is lit, but those girls who are in there already have a clientele. They already have, you get what I'm saying? Like people who are coming to see them. That's why they get the better schedules. That's why they get the better energy from everybody because they're bringing in value. And people don't understand this. When you move to Atlanta, the nightlife is a completely different monster. But once you learn how to maintain and build, it's easy. And no promotion or anything. I am going to restart my site. I'm going to reopen my nightlife course. But I have a course on this where I teach girls what they should be wearing, how to get a job, the questions you should be saying. Anytime you ever go get a bartender job, you need to know 3 tequilas, 3 bourbons, and like you just need to know 3 of each different type of liquor because those are going to be your interview questions. You need to know how to make a martini. If I sit here and say, what's a gin and tonic? You're going to be like, oh my God, it's just gin and tonic. And some people literally think that it has like 5 different things. It's gin and it's tonic. It's on a gun. Simple. So a manager will know, or a person who is hiring bartenders, they'll ask you what a gin and tonic is, knowing that it's just gin and tonic. But that'll show if you're really a bartender or not, because people will think it's the hardest thing ever to know. It's not. It's 2 things: gin and tonic on a gun. 1 and 2. But it's like there's certain things when it comes to Atlanta nightlife that's different from other nightlife in other cities. But I will say this: whenever these girls aren't at work, when they go out with their friends, or when they go out, because you're always gonna meet some niggas, you're gonna always meet a group of people, you need to be thinking, how can I get these people to come spend money? If you're a waiter or a bartender and you go out with a group of people and they spend money in the next club, you need to be sitting there thinking in your head, how do you get them to come into your job when you're at work and spend money with you? That's the code. That's the code when it comes to Atlanta nightlife. And it's like a lot of people don't understand that. Another thing, I love what V12 is doing online with social media, because they don't understand it. I don't think they might. Vinny might know, but they're helping those girls build clientele. Okay, this whole situation with Germani and Tyler's gonna be a favorite, and Naomi's gonna be a favorite. Let me tell you why. Naomi's a favorite just because, first of all, she's beautiful, but also she shows a different type of not having to be perfect. Does that make sense? Like, she's like, oh, my son this and da-da. Like, she's very honest, but you could tell she's not doing it on purpose. It's life. She's not just a late ass bitch. It's life, and everybody can relate to that because everybody's been late to work because of life, right? Now with Germani and the Tyler situation, people are going to want to go see Germani and Naomi because of the fact that they've now shown their personalities, right? Benny, in this last meeting they had, him saying, I don't want to see y'all on live. This person doesn't have permission to give you that on live. It's marketing, and it works. And I promise you, within the next week, Germani is going to have so many people come and see her just to be able to talk about the situation. Girl, I don't like how if they ain't giving you the section why are they putting you there? She's gonna have people that come up there. They're gonna eat, they're gonna support her, but it's because they feel like they're a part of a story. And that's the thing. If each of these girls creates a story, right? Example, the love story. The love story of the cute little stud and the girl that they put at the end of this last episode they did. I love that because there's going to be drama, okay? It's going to be drama. I hope they're a strong couple. But she's a cute stud. There's going to be girls that come up there, and there's going to be some type of something, whether it's another girl that comes up there, sits at her bar and tips her $100. You get brought with that. But I mean, it's going to be something, and it's marketable. It's marketable, but all of them girls can make money as long as they have a storyline. The love storyline is gonna eat because there's gonna be drama, right? Germani, she has a storyline because she looks really calm and really, but you got me up, right? She speaks up for herself. We all have been in that situation of having to speak up for ourselves. Naomi, just life is life. She's a mother, first of all, a boy mom. I love me a boy mom, but also you could tell that she's like speaking up for herself as well. She's not quiet. She's not just accept me, everybody like me. I'm going to tell you, I might have up, but also you could have did A, B, C, and D, right? I just commented on Vinny's video and I was like, is Quay family? Because why does he feel like he can question your authority? But if Vinny comes on and says, you guys, this is like my cousin, we'll all understand it better. Because right now, everybody's Quay. Why the is he allowed to? If Vinny comes on here and is like, this is my cousin, he helped me manage this whole business, it'll put his position more of a, okay, your family as well. That's why when Vinny says AOA, you sit there and look at him like he's crazy when you should be saying AOA. But if they're family, it'll make sense. This whole thing is genius. But if everybody creates a storyline, they will bring so many people in that restaurant because of the fact that we have something to follow. It's marketing genius, but if they do it the perfect way, chef's kiss. Like, y'all don't understand. I see what's happening before it even happens, and this is gonna eat.
All right, what to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video, back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who be rocking with me every day. Crazy situation, man. All right, so yeah, V12, man, is a a restaurant slash club lounge thing on top of a. It's not technically on top of a gas station. There's like a gas station out front, and then there's a building right next to it, and the club is above on the top level inside the building. So when they say on top of a gas station, that's what they mean. And I guess this is on social media. It's like it's like a online show. Like he goes live and shows the entire thing. It's a whole thing. I don't watch it, but I've seen so many clips of it, even coming up to this moment, that I never really paid attention to it because it's something that you just have to follow to understand. And really, it's just not the content that I understand. I do follow the drama though, so here we are. And again, I did see one clip where he was going off on the girl for being late. That was one of the first ones I seen, and that's how I originally got onto it. And I was just like, man, he being a little harsh on her, but I didn't see no backstory, so I didn't really follow it. I seen another clip, and I was just like, is this a club? Is this a real show? I thought it was a real show. The production looked good, but it's just like they're filming from a camera. They're going live, just like streaming this. They're streaming them in a club, running this club, and this manager is going off on these women about how they are supposed to act. And it's like, it's a crazy situation. I was like, the way he was talking about them is crazy. Or not talking about them, talking to them about their job. And they're just sitting there like, okay. And I'm just like, man, you want your job that bad. The money must be good. The money must be good. Okay. But I guess when you're in Atlanta nightlife, money is good and popularity is better. So, you know, mm, a lot of people get a lot of social media clout and get a name such as Gorgeous Doll, based on the Atlanta nightlife. And if you go to Atlanta or you know somebody who lives in Atlanta, everybody wants to be somebody, or everybody feels that they're somebody. And it's Atlanta's not a real place. Like everybody thinks they're somebody or they're too big. Like if they come back to your city, like if we got somebody who lives in Atlanta that comes back to Oklahoma, damn near they forget their Oklahoma roots and like they're from Atlanta. And it's like, nigga, you from Oklahoma. But I can imagine if they go from places in like Alabama or Kentucky, and then they move to Atlanta, and then they go back to Kentucky, and they, you know, crapping on their city about how they live in Atlanta. So, like I said, so being actually in Atlanta it's a wild place, and a lot of people are not from Atlanta. So if you meet a person from Atlanta, um, take a picture with them because it's not that many. It's like it's hard to find a person who's actually from Atlanta in Atlanta. you know, they're from everywhere else. So, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section.